Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds of lightweight action between these two great warriors. Diego Chico Corrales is really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring. He's making his way to the ring now, and he looks very focused for this fight.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guerrero Chico Corrales. His opponent. In the blue corner, please welcome Lance, the Ghost Guerrero.
All right, remember one thing. Obey my commands at all times.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway.
Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as this, guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
Nice block. Good job staying away from the danger there. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. You can see that eye starting to swell up. Do you think it takes time for guys to realize the damage that they've taken on?
You know what? They feel it right away. They feel something, and when it starts getting a little higher, they see it. They see something that's blurring their vision a little bit, something that wasn't there before.
You can see there's blood on his cheek. And Corrales able to block that punch. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Diego Corrales. Able to dismiss it.
Teddy, why is it in boxing that there are so many distinct styles that are defined by geography or culture or ethnicity, where we have a Mexican-styled fighter, an Eastern European, upright fighter, an American-styled fighter? Why is that?
Because you are influenced by your surroundings, by the temperament of the people in your surroundings. Aggressive people, aggressive style. Very thoughtful people, people that are very cerebral, well, you're going to have a defensive style. You're going to have a very careful style. It's going to fit right in.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's efforts. Seconds to go in this round. Blocks that belt line well. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
This fight, the compress, the compress.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Good defensive skill. Throws a counter punch there. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Diego Corrales. Corrales with a block punch. There he is, landing a combo. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Not getting it done with that straight right hand. Does it surprise you that he's not going to the body as much as he could be?
Well, what surprises me is that he doesn't have the intuitiveness, you know, just the instinct to understand, to recognize the situation. That's part of the ability of a good fighter, to recognize what he should be doing in a certain situation. He's not seeing that. He should be going downstairs.
A sledgehammer, that uppercut by Diego Corrales. And you can see the mark of red just above his lip. His nose is bleeding. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
You have to keep your hands up. You keep moving, keep your hands moving, and you'll beat him to the punch.
And round number 3 is underway. Corrales with a block punch. Parries that punch away. Corrales with a block punch. He has found his groove with this right hand. halfway through this round. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. You may as well put an X marking the spot now because there is blood above his eye.
You know, he had enough problems getting away from punches when there was not blood impairing the vision.
Able to cover up that gut. Targeting that head with the combination punching. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. 10 clicks of the talk. Boy, that's a big gash there on the cheek. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? It does depend on each guy.
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more.
Here we go with the fourth round. Gets rid of that effort. He's got a real problem on his hands right now. That cut has worsened to the point where clearly the referee's giving it a look. He's thinking about stopping this fight. Is this the time now, Teddy, where the fighter has to understand that and try to end the fight on his own terms?
Well, it's a catch-22 right now, Joe, because he has to be more defensive-minded. He has to make sure that he doesn't catch any more leather in that area to worsen that cut. But he also has to find some offense to slow this guy down, to give him a reason to start stepping back instead of stepping forward.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Diego Corrales. Good way to protect the midsection. Unable to score with the hook. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Able to cover up that gut. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle, it continues on as we've reached the 1-minute mark to go. Good job with another left hand. Well, obviously what his opponent has done here is the reason that cut is in the shape that it's in. So if you're him, just keep doing what you're doing?
Yes and no, Joe. Of course, it's easy to say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. But what if there's a little change? Your opponent's cut now. He's going to move his head, you figure, a little bit to survive in there. Now you shouldn't go head hunting, even though that cut's there. Now you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Go downstairs to the body a little bit, then go back up to that head. Don't let that red flag, so to speak, get you to go crazy and forget the body.
Off the mark there. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
And I want to see double tap. Certainly don't stand in front of him. Jab. Jab and throw. Go to the body, then to the head. Then finish. Yeah.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout. Now this is a very exciting fight. It's been evenly fought, but it just has the feel of a fight that's going to go the distance. It doesn't look like any one guy is going to take control over the other.
No, when somebody makes up their mind, I am not being knocked out, I am staying, they usually stay. These guys are here for the night.
Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. And Corrales able to block that punch. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
So this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
Diego Corrales' movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Diego Corrales is proving to be elusive. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Good counter punch. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Good way to protect the midsection. Parries that punch away. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
We come to the end of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Well, it's a very closely contested fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been, Joe, but it's going to be up now to the judges. Hopefully they have their eyes wide open, because they're going to have to look really closely, not just at the action overall, but who's landed the cleaner, more effective punches.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. Listen, I mean, okay?
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking it. That's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down. It's to have a great resolve, and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Diego Corrales.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot.
Distance such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
Come on, guys. Keep it. Come on.
He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
What is that, a chin or is that Mount Rushmore?
We've seen it many times before, and maybe this will be the time for him when you realize just how bad a cut is, where it puts you in that desperation mode, that instant offense mode, that there's a certain urgency that has to be had.
You know, it's funny you say that because sometimes fighters need a little fire to be lit underneath them. And that might be the case right now. You hate it to come from a cut, but if this gets him to start being a little bit more fiery and go out there and get things going a little bit more, then it serves the purpose in that way.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good counter punch from Corrales. So we've come to the halfway point of what has been a very highly competitive bout. And Teddy, if it stays that way throughout this night, then this is going to be an all-time classic.
Don't worry about it. Take care of it. We'll take care of it, but it's nothing. It's all got nothing to worry about. Get the compress on. Get the compress on. Let's work on this one. Work on this one.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Corrales with a block punch. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Every gym's got one of those double-ended bags, right? They give you the movement, you got to hit that moving target, work on your accuracy. He's making it so that his opponent never had to work on one, Teddy. He's just sitting right there, right in front, no head movement whatsoever.
No, not at all. He didn't have one in his gym, that's for sure, because he just does not know how to move his head. The old-timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
Diego Corrales is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
Teddy, he just seems to be lingering through this fight right now. Now, I'm not saying he's fully recovered from what happened earlier in this fight, but clearly he's not in the fight fully.
No, but he's got to get over that. You know, this is the test right now of a pro. You know, just not a fighter in anything you do. How do you handle adversity? How do you recover from these kind of situations? Right now, that's being tested.
And Corrales able to block that punch. Off target with that hook.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about.
Round 8 is underway. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Gets rid of that body shot. Chico able to land the counter punch. Diego Corrales' strategy has been to control things on the outside, and the jab fits perfectly into it.
Yeah, what it's done is it's set up his defense. He's kept his opponent defensive, kept him off balance, off stride, and it's also set up his power shots whenever he's wanted to.
Counter punch from Corrales. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
That punch away. been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this: I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Parries that punch intended for the head. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Blocks that punch. Lands the counter. He has reached that point in the fight where his only chance is to cash in and hit lotto here. He needs that grand slam, that big knockout punch, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a pen in his hand where he can fill out the numbers, but he does have a couple fists. And what he's going to have to do is find a specific place to aim a shot. Look for one moment, one spot.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. And Corrales able to block that punch. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Get it up, get it up, get it up. You can see him timing that double jab to the head. Punches and bunches, working well. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Well, this round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. This is one of those fights, Ted. It just feels like to me where it's going to be tough to really score. I mean, it's been a close fight.
Yeah, it's a hard fight to score because you have one guy maybe a little busier, but the other guy makes up for it because he's a little heavier with those blows. So it's a matter of maybe the taste of the judges, what they prefer.
Listen, your best defense is to throw more punches. You need to throw more punches. That will keep him away. Hold on. Let's work on that cut.
And now they start round number 10. He was taking a lot of damage, and there will be no more. TKO, ref says.
You could almost argue that the ref could have stopped it a little earlier.
TKO, your winner, Lawrence, the goal.
He's your winner by TKO. Teddy, another impressive performance by him.
In every way, defensively, offensively, and finishing up.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.
I know I haven't been walking a frame is paying cash. I gotta figure it can't hurt to ask. Suspension of disbelief and uniquely freak flash. Admission of the faithfully shaken, now trapped. 30,000 and dropping, it's on and popping and last.
Keep me in the sky, that's all that I cry. I've become a servant of this worth your time. Keep me in the sky, that's all that I'll say. I've become a soldier, at least for this day.